There is no possibility of improving any society if that society is not disciplined. That's Nigeria's fundamental problem, non-enforcement of discipline. Before any country can do well, and I like to say this on television everywhere, there are 6 elements that define a country. If that country does well on these 6 elements, then it can compete. It will be among the top ones. 1, regulations. Okay, regulations. It is not the regulations that they don't have. Policies that derive from the regulations. So when the policies, policy on agriculture, policy on education, policy on energy, policy on health, and many of those other factors. The third one, market incentives. Sometimes the people of that country, industry, and so forth may not want. There are no incentives for them to comply, right? For example, if some folks are building a car in Aba or building cars in Aba, and I think that these cars are reasonably good, do you know what I would do as market incentive as the president of this country or governor of any state? All cars supplied to the ministries in this state
should come from there to boost local economy.
Yeah. And then I turn around and put a lot of interest and many, many things, taxing foreign cars that come in to discuss. So the government must be the first buyer of what is produced in the country. Now, so the third one is education, research, and monitoring, because that's how you are going to generate data. If you want to build a road from Lagos to Akwa Ibom, who did the environmental impact analysis? Who did all that? Isn't it that there's got to be research, monitoring, and all that? So a country must be able to generate data through research, monitoring, and so forth. Why? Because planning must be based on facts. If you do not know that there are 7 million people in Akwa Ibom State, how are you going to design the schools? Because you are going to use a percentage of how many children they are likely to have to size the schools and know the number of schools and project how many teachers are needed in 10 years. So a real country must have data generation capacity.